This game and the streaming broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the North Catholic Sports Network audience. Any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIAL is prohibited.
Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
And we are coming to you live from Barth and Graham Court at North Catholic High School for this section matchup between the Carlynton Cougars and the North Catholic Trojanettes. Hello and welcome inside the gym and onto the court. My name is Alex Brown. And my partner for this evening is Mark Fesco. And this is the Trojan Game Day Show. And we are proud to be bringing it to you live on the North Catholic Sports Network. And we bring it to you live in about 7 minutes, the regularly scheduled start of this matchup between your Trojanettes and the Cougars. But before we start, let's break down this matchup by first talking about the Trojanettes and their recent success. And we're bringing my partner for this evening, Mr. Mark Fesco. Mr. Mark, you know this program inside and out over the last 3 years. Your daughter's been a part of it throughout. Tell us about the success that this program has had over this time.
Well, thanks, Alex. First, it's a pleasure to be here with you tonight to call this first section matchup for the Trojans. So Coach Feder has done an amazing job. She came into North Catholic 3 years ago, so this will be her 4th season here. And the run she has been on since she's been here is quite amazing. Her first year, 3 years ago, WPIAL championship and a quarterfinal state appearance. 2 years ago, WPIAL runners-up, state championship. Last year, another WPIAL championship and the state semifinalist, 3rd place in the state. I think her overall record since she's been here is something like 75-3 over those 3 years.
Yeah.
She's really done an amazing job here with Coach Dave Neely, her assistant coach, to really build a program here and put North Catholic volleyball on the map. And it wasn't more than 3 years ago. She has really made it a force not only in the WPIAL but in the state. And I think she has another real strong team again this year to look to follow those steps.
Absolutely, and we talked to Coach Feder earlier this season on the North Catholic Sports Podcast, and we talked to her about playing teams that are less talented than her, and this was her answer on how she approaches those games.
So, volleyball is really systematic.
Okay, we got about a minute.
Very much our girls who we actually this year had 14, I'm pretty sure it's 14, it might be 15 girls that are on our roster that had the privilege of playing at USAV Nationals, which is like the highest level you can get in volleyball. And when you're playing at that level, it's super systematic. So it's very pass, set, hit on each side, and you're working on getting those 3 contacts. So when you play teams that are sending over stuff that's different than that, it's quite a challenge. So, and I tell the girls all the time that because we have been successful, it doesn't matter where we go in, we have a target on us. Everybody wants to play their best game and put their best foot forward against us. So although we do tend to handle ourselves very well in section, it's really not easy. It may seem like it from the score, but our girls do a really good job of staying disciplined and making sure that we're staying in system and carrying ourselves the way that we want to.
And tonight's matchup is between, as we said earlier, the Trojanettes and the Carlynton Cougars. Carlynton, located about 6 miles from southwest of Pittsburgh, it's a small district, but as part of 3 communities, Carnegie, Crafton, Roslyn Farms, and so far this season, they are 1-2 as they lost to Chartiers Houston and Avonworth, but they did beat Quaker Valley, as did this Trojanette team. So thoughts on the matchup?
Yeah, Carlynton, they did make the playoffs last year. They won the preliminary round, lost in the second round. I think they did graduate a number of players from that team, so I think they're a young team. North Catholic clearly the favorite, but as Coach Feder said in that interview, sometimes it's tough to play against the teams that are less talented, because you'll see a lot of balls coming over on the first ball, a lot of out-of-system plays, which a lot of the North Catholic players aren't used to. So I think if North Catholic can handle that out-of-system play and get off to a strong start, I think they should be okay tonight, but you can't take anyone for granted, so you just have to see what happens.
Absolutely, and that does it for our Trojan Game Day pregame show, and we're going to get ready for the action. It'll be all right here. Coming up next, we're on the call. There's the buzzer. Here come the introductions. And with that, we're ready to play some volleyball. And might I say that was a beautiful rendition of the anthem right there that they played. Very, very good. One of the best I've heard. It's definitely different than the one they played last year, but that was good.
It was, and it's great to see fans in here. I don't know if you remember, Alex, the beginning of the year last year, no fans allowed.
Yeah.
And then it turned into 2 fans per person, but this is great. There's a nice student section here tonight.
There is.
There's an excitement in the gym. I'm sure the girls just really appreciate everyone out here tonight supporting them in the first home game of the year. It's great. Far cry from last year, and it's great to be back in the gym with fans playing in front of a live crowd.
Absolutely.
So I was here for the junior varsity game, and the junior varsity game won 2-0, and I see several girls that played in the junior varsity match for Carlynton are here dressing for varsity as well.
Yeah.
Not a large roster.
Absolutely not. I mean, they have Carlynton has, what is that, 4 players on the bench right now. 4 players on the bench, and it's a short roster, and this should be it's a very winnable game for the Trojanettes.
Yeah, a little different than the North Catholic bench over there, which has at least 15
filled
girls
to the brim
over
on that side.
You can't forget Tom down at the end of the bench.
Oh, absolutely.
North Catholic's number 1 fan. So the starting lineup for the Trojans tonight looks like Sarah Stager at outside, Stephanie Lynch at middle blocker, Sydney Jones at setter, and Amanda Esser and Alex Sepsic, defensive specialist, and Allison Fesco in the back row now, but will rotate to outside hitter.
And here we go. We're underway. Right over, block. 2, there's 3. Jones pushes it over. It's dug out. Directed back over. Jones, another set. Lynch down, kept up. And that one does not get over the net for the Cougars. A good rally to start.
That was a very good rally for the first point of the game. Both teams looked ready to play, made some nice passing there, some nice swings, some nice digs. A shame to see a point like that end up with in a hitting error after the nice rally there.
Yeah.
So Gabby Kaza back to serve, a junior for North Catholic.
Dug out and over on the first hit. Jones over, but it is out and right over by us. Here on the left-hand side of the court.
So you don't see that much from Sydney Jones. Sydney Jones, I don't know if you know, just recently committed to Howard University to play volleyball, a Division I school in the D.C. area. So a great congratulations to Sydney on that recent announcement.
First team All-State last year, fantastic season last season. Looking to do it again. Brought over, dug out. Pressed back over. Jones sets. Fesco down, and it's in.
Ali Fesco picking up right where she left off last year. She led the Trojans last year with 243 kills on the season.
243.
243, a junior. She was also first team All-State, first team All-WPIAL, as was Sydney Jones, and first team All-Section, as was Sydney Jones. And both are juniors, so they're here still for a while yet, so future bodes well for North Catholic. Gianna Agulia with the serve.
Brought over, dug out, and the miscommunication by the Cougars results in a point for the Trojans.
First ace for Gianna Agulia on the season. A nice serve there.
That's over and mishandled for an ace.
2 aces in a row for Gianna Agulia, a junior also. A lot of juniors on this team. Looking at the court right now, I believe it's all juniors on the court right now.
And that one doesn't get over.
Now, sometimes if you have an aggressive serve, coaches will take, if you get ace, they'll take errors if you can get an ace every so often.
Yeah, if you can get a couple there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So North leads 4-2, Carlynton serve.
Cougars try. Jones sets, Fesco. Lots of power, but it sails out. Lots of power on that attempted kill there.
A couple errors here for North Catholic early on, giving Carlynton 2 of its 3 points. I think they'll get that worked out.
That try, that one works.
No error that time. Allie Fesco finds the back line for her second kill of the match.
Get used to seeing that tonight. That by Jones does not make it over. 5-4, Trojanettes still.
So Carlynton has 4 points and 3 of them are on errors by North Catholic.
Yeah.
So if they can clean those up.
That's going to be the story of this game. If you like Carlynton gets into this game, it's not because of them, it's probably because of the Trojanettes. And there you go. Allie Fesco, another answer.
That time she came from the other side. She hit that one from the right side, found the right line for another kill, her 3rd kill of the match.
As you said, picking up right where she left off last season. Great start. Now she's at the serve. 3 and it gets over. Jones. Fesco. Went over, but it's pushed down. Back in the Trojanettes' face.
That was a nice play by Carlynton's middle there. The pass was a little over the net, and she just went up and put it straight down. Nice play by Carlynton to keep this game very close. 6-5 North Catholic here early in set 1.
It is a close start. That was Maria Thompson, number 11 for the Cougars. The warm-up, the serve. Doesn't get quite over the net.
Stephanie Lynch checking in for North Catholic, and Alex Sepsic, a sophomore, number 11, back to serve for North Catholic, leading 7-5 here in set 1.
Sepsic readies. The serve. Plenty of distance handled well by the Cougars. The 3rd shot got over, dug out. Jones dug out by the Cougars. And off, Alex and out.
That was a heck of a swing by Stephanie Lynch and a better dig by Carlynton to keep it alive. Yeah. And then they get a dig to the back, or a kill to the back corner off Alex Sepsic. Couldn't get the point. Carlynton hanging tough here early on in set 1.
Not a bad start at all for the Cougars. Fesco digs it. Hits it over. It goes back over in the first try. Stager kept in by the Cougars, but it bounds out.
Sarah Stager with a nice kill on an overpass by Carlynton to get her first kill of the match tonight to extend the lead to 8-6 North Catholic.
Lots of power on that too, as it was dug out, but not in the right direction.
Number 21, Amanda Esser, a junior, back to serve.
There's another one. Is that 3? That's at least 3.
That's at least 3 service errors. It's something the coaches are going to have to emphasize at a timeout or in between sets here to clean that up.
The Cougars try. That gets over, and it gets out. Too much on it.
A lot of errors here early on. Teams might be a little nervous here, like I said, playing in front of a crowd possibly for the first time or second time this year, not used to it.
Could be the cameras up top.
Could be the
We're
cameras,
intimidating down here on the court.
or the announcers here sitting courtside. Gabby Kaza in the serve, number 2.
Gabby Kaza, lots of power, and it pays off. An ace.
That's Gabby Kaza's first ace of the year. Gabby Kaza got a lot of playing time last year as a sophomore as a serving specialist. She was brought in to do just this serve and had a real nice year last year.
That one's handled better. It gets over. Dug out, but doesn't quite have the height on it to do anything with it.
Great effort by Amanda Esser to get a piece of that. Got it up to the front row, but just not high enough, not enough air under it to get to the setter. But a great effort by Amanda Esser.
10-8 Trojanettes. Carlynton hanging in there. Alex digs it out. Jones. Slam by Lynch. It's dug out. And it doesn't get back over. An impressive dig by the Cougars, but they don't have the ability to get it back over. Lynch, another powerful kill.
Another great swing by Stephanie Lynch. She now checks out Katie McNelly. Another junior checks in at middle. And back to serve is Gianna Ogulia.
Gianna, wrap that one up. Another ace.
Ogulia has the service game going tonight. That's her third ace already here, only in set 1 of the match. 3 of the 12 points for the Trojans are on Ogulia aces. Great job by Gianna early here in set 1. And there's another.
How about that?
4 aces here in set 1 for Ogulia. Really, really impressive.
Her third last time was not able to get over the net. Could this third get over? It does. But
Little too much.
It's just out. That was close. That was really close, right about on the line, but ruled out.
Once again, the coaches, I think some coaches will live with the errors
Yeah.
if you can couple them with the aces.
Yeah.
And if it's an aggressive serve, oftentimes could result in an error.
Dug out by Allie. Push it back over, and it's down.
That's called a roll shot there. As you saw, she didn't swing as hard as she could. She saw an open space in what they call the donut there and just found the space and did a roll shot with topspin to find that open space in the middle. So it's not always about how hard you hit it, just find the open space. A kill is a kill. That's her 4th kill of the match.
Excellent touch on that. Brought over, but out.
Good read by Ogulia in the back row to let that go. That's sometimes tough for the back row. They want to make hit that ball, but she knew where she was on the court, knew she was at the line, and let it go. Extends the lead to 15-9.
Jones, the serve. Coming back over. It's tipped, but kept alive by Jones. Fesco. It is in. Perfect from Fesco.
That dotted the line back in the back. That's her 5th kill of the set here. 16-9, Trojans lead. 5 of the points are Fesco kills and 4 of the points are Ogulia aces. And there's an ace for Sydney Jones.
There's another. Timeout Cougars as the lead is coming towards the Trojanettes quickly. 16-9.
That's Sydney Jones' first ace of the match. Last year she had 23 aces on the season, so she was a strong server last year. And I expect that number to increase even more this year because she's got another year under her belt, another year of experience. So after a slow start for the Trojans, they've really pulled out here and extended the lead. And I think the biggest thing is they've eliminated those errors we were talking about, don't you think?
I think absolutely it has been the case. Once they got that serving going, they've been on an excellent rhythm recently. And you got the Trojan Army down there on the right side of the stands really making a difference down there right in front of the Trojanet bench.
They sure are. You can hear them after every big kill, every big swing, even if it's not a point. When Stephanie Lynch had a couple big swings, you can hear the crowd get into it. And Carlynton's did a decent job on defense so far. They've been digging a lot of hard swings, but just haven't been able to capitalize. So Sydney Jones still back to serve, leading 17-9.
In volleyball, you can't have one without the other. They got to have all 3, or at least one. That one's out from Jones.
That happens so often in volleyball after a timeout that coming out of the timeout, so often you see the server make a service error after it. It's a lot of mental.
It breaks a lot of momentum.
It does. And serving's very mental.
Gianna brings it out. Jones over. Dug out. Brought back over, and that one's out. Emma Thompson hits another one out.
I see Riley Warda, number 5, senior Riley Warda checked in, and now Sarah Steger also checks in, number 10, another senior for the Trojans.
Does get the serve, dug out. Thompson over, what a save! But yeah, brought over by Fesco, still up. They're gonna have a tough time getting this one over, they do. Steger, Jones, brought over, it's tipped, kept in the air. Excellent rally. Slammed over, Gianna brings it out again, Jones. Fesco taps it. It's still in the air. And it doesn't get over. A frustrated response from the Cougars.
I'll tell you what, that point resulted from a hitting error, but it wouldn't have happened if Gianna Ogulia didn't make 2 great digs on defense. 2 in a row. She had one diving and then another one that was great.
And that one, excellent touch by Allison Fesco.
That's Fesco's first ace. Went short there, saw an opening right over the net and dropped it right behind the net for an ace.
That's about 7 points from her tonight. Right back over. Kept in the air. Spiked over, kept in the air by Fesco. Stager slams it, dug out. Thompson, the tap, dug out. But nobody there. Excellent effort again from Gianna.
Carlynton was going for that donut there, that open spot in the middle of the court, which is very tough to defend. Agulia made great effort to get to it, got a nice touch, but unfortunately just not high enough to get a second contact, but great effort by Agulia.
Absolutely, 20-11 in favor of the Trojanettes here in the first set. Lots of power in that, but Fesco brought out. Fesco slams it down, much to the delight of the bench and the student section.
Came out of the back row that time. She's playing in the back row, and it's something she's really worked on this year, is to develop the back row attack, back row kill with a lot more power. Last year she would do it, but it wasn't hitting it as hard last year as she is now. So that if she can perfect that, it's going to be even better. Oh, Stager, great play.
Stager jumps up and puts it back where it came from.
That's Stager's second kill, and I believe both were on overpasses, which when you see that coming as a front row player, your eyes get big and you just want to attack it, and she took advantage.
Alex will not get that one over. But that's okay. Trojanettes up by 10, 22-12. Fesco digs it out. Jones, slam, Lynch got it down!
Well, Lynch deserved that because she's had two great swings before that. Carlynton made great digs. That time she did it again, but no digging that time. Found the court for a great kill by Stephanie Lynch, her first kill of the set.
If they find that ground more and more often when they're spiking, it's gonna be a quick one.
Number 7, Aniela Baylog just checked in to serve.
Block Jones. Stager over. Kept alive by the Cougars. Directed over, kept alive by Lynch. Jones taps it over, and it got down.
Great job by Jones to find that donut again. The vision Sydney Jones has in that front to be able to see what is open on the other court. Sometimes she'll go for the donut, sometimes you'll see her tip it behind her head, and if it's nothing's there, she'll set one of her great hitters and get a great assist. Unbelievable player there in the front row.
Brought back. What a play by the Cougars. Jones sets it. Directed over by Niella. Kept alive. Tipped. Stager keeps it alive. Jones. Fesco. Ow, and it just goes out. Cougars earn that. They earn that point.
24-13. Still set point here for the Trojans.
Part of my congestion on that last one. Brought over. Aniela. Jones. Stager, it's tipped, kept alive by the Cougars. The third, it gets over. Aniela, alive. Jones. Lynch can't get it as the set was already too low at that point as it just went right into the net.
Yeah, timing was a little off there. The set was a little low, but again, still have a commanding lead here, 24-14 in set one, set point.
Sepsek. Jones. Fesco. Tipped, kept alive. And back over. Aniela. Jones. Tipped. Kept alive. Back over. Sepsek digs. Jones. Fesco. Oh, it just goes out. Just got to find that space inside the red lines.
Yeah, just sailing a little bit on her there. Early in the season, some of the timing isn't there yet.
Sepsek digs it. Jones. Fesco. Just gets it over. Kept alive. Pressed over. Aniela got it out. 2, 3. Cougars back over. Sepsek. Jones. Lynch. And it's in!
Off the net, but found the court inside the right baseline by about a foot or two. Stephanie Lynch's second kill of the match gives North Catholic set number 1, 25-15.
And now let's do a little bit of a spot here before we begin the second set. Whether you need a business headshot, a family portrait, or you just want to remember the toothless grin of your 6-year-old, Dana Coing Photography is at your service. Dana specializes in capturing the beauty of your family and creating customized wall art to decorate your home. Dean Coing Photography is the official photographer of North Catholic Athletics. 1-0 Trojanettes. We spoke to the Trojanettes earlier this season. They discussed how much of a family they feel like on and off the court. They have each other's backs on and off the court. How do you see that exemplified throughout your daughter's career here?
Yeah, I've seen it firsthand, and you can just tell even during the games here. As we mentioned earlier, the North Catholic bench is a lot bigger than the Carlynton bench, but so there's a lot of girls that don't get a chance to play that often when you have a roster that big. But if you watch the girls on the bench in this game and in every game, they're cheering for every point.
A lot of support.
If someone makes a mistake, they're telling them, don't worry about it, get the next ball. If someone makes a good kill or a good dig, you can hear them even during the broadcast, and if you watch them, they're going nuts. They're as happy for someone making the play as if they were making the play themselves. So it is really a special group, and it has been for all 3 years at least that I've been involved with my daughters here under Coach Fetter. They spend a lot of time off the court together. They have summer workouts and things, and they're really just a good group of friends too. And that goes so far because it's a long season. There's ups, there's downs, there's adversity, and you really need to have the support of your teammates to make it through those tough times. And I think that's a big reason they've been as successful as they have been. And they've had some great players too, which Coach Fetter talked about on the podcast as well.
Absolutely.
So, it's interesting. This team it's a young team. A lot of them played last year. They did lose 4 seniors last year. Grace Giger, who was a third-team All-Section, Elizabeth Mitchell, Isabella Madonna, who was second-team All-Section, and Allison Fesco's sister, Elizabeth Fesco, who was first-team All-Section, All-State, All-WPIAL. But a lot of these girls have a lot of experience. They were sophomores last year and played. Now they're juniors. And Riley Ward is a senior who got a lot of experience last year, and they had a long run last year. So I think it's only going to help them, although they lost that senior leadership, and there were some very good leaders in that class last year.
And they talked about that too, the leadership, especially of Elizabeth, your daughter. Fantastic leader on and off the court. And they kept on saying how much she was going to be missed, but they were going to try to fill her shoes the best they can, no matter how hard that might be. As long as the Fescos keep on playing volleyball here in North, this team is in great hands.
Well, you said it, I didn't, Alex. But I appreciate that. Thank you very much. So here in set 2, it looks like for this set 2, it looks like Alex Sepsik has put the white jersey on to play libero this set. And Amanda Esser, number 21, a junior, back to serve first for the Trojans.
We begin the second set. Directed over, brought out, Jones. Kept alive by the Cougars. Sepsik, Jones. Fesco off the top, kept alive very nicely by the Cougars. And that will not get over. A fantastic save by the Cougars. Ends in 3.
So Fesco picking up right where she left off set 1 with her first kill in set 2 after having 6 kills in set 1.
Esser over. Brought out, Cougars. Get it over. Jones. Steger. Off the top, kept alive. Miscommunication again. And it was a double hit that caused the Cougars to relinquish that point, but it wouldn't have made it over anyway.
I tell you, Carlynton's doing a nice job digging. They're getting the first contact up, and then it's just what do they do afterwards. But they're doing a real nice job not letting the ball hit the floor on the first swing.
That's out. 3-0 start by the Trojanettes.
Nice little run by Amanda Esser. Got 3 points here, 3 service points, see if she can keep it going, extend the lead.
Esser, the dig. Pressed over, Sepsik, Jones. Fesco, dug out again. Brought back over. Jones, Lynch with the slam.
I I'll tell you what, that was a great kill by Stephanie Lynch, but it all started with the great pass by Amanda Esser. To be able to set the middles like that, the setter really needs a great pass from the back row, and Amanda Esser gave Sydney Jones a great pass that allowed her to set Stephanie. Great set, great kill, great point for North Catholic.
4-0. Brought back over. Fesco digs. Jones pushing it over. Right into the open space.
And there it is. There's that vision that Jones has. That's why she's going to play Division I volleyball. Not only does she have that vision, she's got an incredible vertical leap. We haven't seen it yet tonight because Carlynton's not swinging that much, but she can block with the best of them, even though she's not one of the tallest girls on the court.
And a fantastic touch on the ball, too. Brought over. Dug out there. This is going to be a tough one to get it back over. They don't get it. As you said, they have the ability to, they're not letting anything pass them on the ground, really, on the serves. They're fantastic at digging, but they cannot put the pieces together right now, Carlynton. And they're going to take a timeout.
A little earlier timeout this game than last game for Carlynton. Probably a good idea. Already 6-0. Amanda Esser on quite a service run here. And Carlynton just wants to stop the momentum. And we saw what happened last time they called a timeout. We had a service error coming out of the timeout. So it'll be interesting now to see if Amanda Esser can overcome the timeout to get her serve in and continue the 6-0 run that she's got North Catholic off to.
Absolutely, we'll see. That interesting call there by the Cougars. I think that first set, I think they're happy to be in that as long as they were, because they were in it for the first 10 points of that game. Trojanettes were only up 10-8.
That's right, and then North extended the lead, but then they got a few points there at the end of the set.
Yeah.
I thought it might give them some momentum for this set. It hasn't yet. Most of those points we gave them were on errors, so it wasn't really Carlynton scoring the points as much as North giving them the points, and it clearly hasn't carried over or given them any momentum, at least not yet here early in set 2.
No problems there for Esser. Brought over, put back where it came from by Lynch. Over and out.
That didn't miss by much. That was close, but it was wide. Some of the Carlynton faithful behind us thought it was in, but the line judge was right on top of it, as was the down ref, and both called it out.
Another great serve. Over, Jones digs it out. Fesco. Rebounds off the net. Brought back over. Fesco, Jones, Stager. Up in the air, off the poles,
Didn't play.
still
You can play
alive.
that if it stays
It's
on
still
your
alive. It gets over, and they get it. The Cougars played that one by ear.
Great play by Carlynton. I don't know if the camera picked it up. The ball went up in the rafters, and as long as the ball's on your side of the net, you can continue to play it. They did, and that's very difficult because it moves the angle of the ball, but they did a nice job sticking with it and getting the point.
And they didn't know that till that was in the air either. But now they give it right back.
Gabby Kaza, number 2, checks in to serve.
(8-1) Trojanettes, the serve. Dug out. Put back over, it was tipped. Saved by Kaza. Blocked. These Cougars still have it. They direct it over nicely. Jones. Oh my goodness.
And there it was.
What a touch by Sydney Jones.
I mentioned it earlier. There's that back tip that's almost undefensible. Great play, great vision by Jones. Kaza back to serve again. As I mentioned last year, she was a serving specialist. Had 11 aces last year for the Trojans. And there's ace
another.
Right there.
Mark that down.
Kaza's second ace of the match. Extends the lead to 10-1 here all of a sudden. In set
All of
two.
a sudden. Cougars managed to get it over. Jones. Fesco. Tipped. Back where it came from by the
block.
Cougars.
Nice block by number 5 from Carlynton there. Timed it perfectly. Got a nice block kill.
Another thing about Carlynton, they're a bit shorter than the Trojanettes are, and that has not come to their benefit on a couple of these blocks and tips at the net. And there's another point by the Cougars. Good effort, though, by Kaza. Cougars trying to make it 3 in a row. The serve. And it's in. Took a calculated risk, thinking it might go out, but it did tuck in on that right side.
Yeah, that caught the back corner there. Is a really nice serve. That's tough because he said it puts the defender in no man's land back there. What do I do?
3 in a row for the Cougars, trying to make it 4. Sepsic digs it out. Jones, Lynch.
Stephanie Lynch looked angry there.
No problem for the Trojanettes.
Great swing by Stephanie Lynch for her second kill of this second set and her third kill of the match, according to my unofficial stats. And they're very unofficial.
Well, they're official to me. Excellent insight here tonight by Mark Fesco. Is that they get another point?
Aguya, another ace. First ace in set 2, but her 5th ace here in the match to lead the Trojans.
Back over. Saved. Good communication. Jones got to get over. Fesco. And she got it down. How about that?
Great spot, great vision there. Great save by North Catholic there. I think it was Esser almost colliding with a few people. And then Jones got it up to Fesco. Again, found the back corner there. Great point for North Catholic.
That's just out, right in front of us, about
that didn't miss by much.
No more than a couple inches out.
Katie McNelly, number 25, checked in as junior at middle blocker to replace Stephanie Lynch. See if we can get her in the action here.
That's out. As quickly as the Cougars got it, they give it right back. Another sub. Amanda Esser comes out for Mackenzie Blackwell. Nice save by the Cougars, but too much on that. As it goes out 15-5.
Yeah, Blackwell led the team in blocks last year, but I'm not sure how many chances she's going to get to block because Carlynton isn't really swinging too many today.
No, not at all. That won't get over from Jones. That's definitely not Jones' specialty. As she is special, the farther up she gets close to that net. Good serve, lots of power, and that'll go out. Not enough room on the far side of the court for Fesco.
Carlynton's got to go on a run here to have a shot in this set.
Dug out, but went right back over Jones. Excellent. Kaza Fesco over kept up. Slam back, and now we'll get in.
Tell you, number five for Carlynton stepping up here. She had the nice block earlier on Ali Fesco. She's had an ace here, and just had a nice back row swing right here to get a point to bring Carlynton to within 15-8.
Kept it alive. Fesco. Back over and down. No contest.
Again, that's that roll shot. You don't have to hit it that hard. She saw the open spot in the middle of the court in the donut and just rolls it right with the top spin. Hits the floor. It's a kill. Her third kill here in set 2 to extend the lead to 16-8.
Kept alive. Pushed over. Fesco digs it. McNelly. She gets in on the action.
I think they called a net violation on Carlynton in the net, but nonetheless, it was great pass, great set, and great swing by Katie McNelly to get the kill there. Good to get her into the action.
There's an ace. Ali Fesco, another contribution tonight to the Trojanettes' margin so far.
That's Ali Fesco's first ace of the set. Aniela Baylog, number 7, a sophomore, checks in to serve for Ali Fesco here, leading 17-8 in set 2.
And that one will not get over. (17-9) Trojanettes. How about that warm-up? And it pays off as that one goes into the stands.
Tell you what, if you're going to warm up like that, you better serve it like that.
Oh, absolutely.
She backed it up because that was one of the best serves of the night. That was almost unreturnable.
Lots of power on that one.
Almost.
Here it comes again. Nice dig. Jones. Stager won't get over.
All starts.
You gotta be
with
careful now.
All starts with a great serve. Yeah, she could go on a run here. It's only 18-11. If she gets on a run, make this a set.
That was at least 5 there on that one. At least 5 warm-up. Bounces. This one doesn't get over.
Again, I think a lot of coaches will take that. If you can have a serve that's going to get you a lot of aces, they'll take an occasional error.
Yeah, exactly. 2 for 1. There for the Cougars.
Alex Sepsic back to
with the
serve.
serve. Saved. And directed back over, but out. 20-11 Trojanettes.
Sepsic's doing a nice job there, and she knows where she is on the court. That's 2 now that she knows she's on the end line. She knows if it's wide, then she can let it go and get a point.
Sepsic back over. Save. Great save by Jones. Blackwell. And it's in.
Kenzie Blackwell with her first kill.
Looked like a miscommunication by the Cougars as it fell right in between the back line.
Really nice swing by Kenzie Blackwell, number
4,
the senior. Find the back line there for a point.
And that one is unsavable.
Sepsic's first ace of the match. It's 9 aces for the Trojans here in this match so far.
They've doubled up the Cougars in set number 2. Sepsic dug out nicely and it got right back over Jones. Sepsic, Staker, tipped, saved. Slam back over, great save! But they can't get the rest of it.
Great effort by Aniela Baylog there to get a nice touch on it. Just unfortunately couldn't turn or get the angle to bring it back up towards the net, and unfortunately it went towards the bench. But a nice play just to get contact on that, because that was one of Carlynton's best swings of the night.
Saved by Stager. Jones. Blackwell. Excellent touch, but a great dig. They put all of it together and they get it back over. Jones. Sepsic. Saved by the Cougars. Can they get the extra touch? Off the net, but they save it themselves. Baylog, Jones, Lynch, and that's in the books.
Great swing by Stephanie Lynch there. Her 3rd kill here in this 2nd set. Lynch has really had some nice swings tonight. They've either been points or great digs by Carlynton. Really swinging nice tonight.
Electric kills here by
McKenny Martha,
Lynch.
the junior, just checked in and gets her ace. First ace of the set.
And they're one away from being up 2-0. 24-12. McKenny Martha. The serve. And you can put that one in the books. 2-0.
McKenny Martha comes into the game cold off the bench and proceeds to get 2 aces to end set 2. Great job by McKenny Martha there to end it.
Might have added handily defeating the Cougars in both set 1 and set 2 by double digits in both. So now going into this possibly the final set here for the Trojanettes, very possibly, might I add. What do you think the strategy is going to be? Get a lot of people worked in?
Yeah, I think, and you saw it there a little bit at the end of set 2. Coach Fetter started to work in some new people to get them some reps, because you never know when you're going to need to step up. You never know when you're going to have injuries. So the more she can get as many people into games like this, the better, because it's only going to help you in the long run, because it's just not the same in practice as it is in a game. And especially with this environment, like I said, the student section's loud. So the more people you can get in, the better.
How about the dancing from the bench?
But I will say, I give Carlynton credit. They're not giving up. They're not dying. They're definitely outmatched here today, skill-wise, but they've had some nice points and some nice plays, and they had some nice runs in that. It's just, they've had a few errors, and they just don't have enough to put up with North Catholic's firepower. You got Jones setting and tipping. You got Lynch just pounding everything she's getting there. You got Fesco on the outside taking some nice swings, and you got some great back row defense by Sepsic and Baylog and Esser and Gianna Agulia. Everyone's just playing really well
so
tonight.
much depth and talent.
I think Coach Feder will be happy with this. And it'll get them ready. They have a tough match on Thursday against Seton LaSalle, who's I believe ranked 8th. That's a section match. That's going to be much more difficult than tonight, even though we have one more set to go. And then on Saturday, they're traveling to Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, to play in a tournament, and they're going to be playing the number 1 team in the state in 2A and the number 4 team in the state in 2A, and we're currently ranked number 3 in the state. So it's going to be a battle for the top 3 teams in the state, and that'll give us a real good gauge of where we stand going for the rest of the year. So I think games like tonight will just you got to take care of business, and like you Coach Feder talked about at the podcast. Sometimes it's tough in these games because you're not used to playing out of system and things, but you got to take care of business in games like this and just use it to work on your skills and advance, and then be ready for the better teams that you're going to play later in section, but then again later in the WPIAL playoffs and hopefully the state playoff run that they're looking to make again this year. But it looks like she's going to start off at least set 3 with the regular lineup. Maybe a few substitutions, but it looks like you have Jones, Lynch, Stager, Fesco, Sepsic, and it looks like McKinney Martha, after the 2 aces, are going to get rewarded by being allowed to start this game here in the back row. So here to get ready to start here, set 3, with North Catholic leading 2-0.
The serve. Martha, the dig. Jones tried to get over, was quickly rebelled. Stager, that's blocked by the net.
Might be Carlynton's first lead of the night, Alex.
I think it is. I think it is. Could have come at a better time for them as they need a lead quickly, and that one is out.
Carlynton already getting off to a better start than set 2 when they were down 6-0 early.
Both sets, yeah.
Now 2 hitting errors have given them both points, but a point's a point, and they're now leading 2-0 in set 3.
Jones, Fesco, put it back, tipped again, kept alive by the Cougars. Pushed over, Sepsic, Jones, Lynch, oh, and a save! Back over. Excellent rally. Sepsic, Fesco. That's out. Not a bad start at all from the Cougars.
Yeah, I don't think North Catholic, in light of how the last 2 games, I don't think they're getting too worried. They just got to clean a few things up.
Oh, absolutely not. And just like that, they give it right back to them. Unforced errors, the subject of Carlynton's margin of error right now.
And when you're a team like Carlynton, you can't have that happen. You can't make unforced errors against a better team like North Catholic. Freshman number 3, Sienna Kaza, just checks into the game. That was why the loud cheer coming from the bench. I think this may be her first varsity action as a freshman.
And
she gets an ace
in the books.
Welcome to varsity, and how about an ace for your first play in the varsity? Congratulations, Sienna. Great start.
Kept alive, Sepsic, Jones. Fesco, it was blocked, but it gets down. Not enough on it. On the block by the Cougars as it came right back up and right back down right in front of them.
Another nice serve by Kaza.
Kept alive by the Cougars, Martha, Jones. Fesco, oh, it was blocked. There's another one by the Cougars. It's tapped, kept alive. Good save, back over. Sienna, Jones tips it, save.
It's a great point.
Back over, Sepsic, Jones, Lynch. Tic-tac-toe for the Trojanettes.
Once again, Stephanie Lynch. Seems like every time we say her name, it results in a kill. Great kill by Stephanie Lynch. Her first kill in set 3, her 5th kill of the night.
Well, this can't be overstated, the electricity of the front court of the Trojanettes this entire game. Sienna kept alive. And they don't even need Jones. The fake, that was a savvy veteran move by Sydney Jones. Faked as if she was going to tap it back over. It was already over.
Sienna,
I'm not sure if she did it on purpose or not, but we'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that one.
yeah, that's a mistake by Carlynton. You can't let that second ball. That's what we called an overpass earlier. Most teams are licking their chops when they see that ball coming over on the first pass and would put it away. I'm not sure what happened there. But a nice run for Sienna Kaza. I think she came in and we were losing, and now here
5
we
in
are,
a row.
5-3. Kaza behind the serves of Sienna Kaza, including one ace. North Catholic now leads 5-3.
Still see a positive attitude here from Carlynton on their side of the court.
Yeah, that last point was a great point. There were a couple blocks, a couple nice digs, just a good point overall, good volleyball point.
Sienna back over again on the first hit, and it's out.
There's Sepsic again, knowing exactly where she is on the court. She ran over to the line, knew where the ball was, knew where the line was, made the good decision to let it go, and it dropped out for a point for North Catholic.
Kept alive off the speaker.
Nice play.
Great
to keep it
save.
alive.
Back over. Jones. Fesco. The tap, the finger roll, and it's down.
So if you remember, the last 2 times she swung, number 5 blocked her, so I'm not surprised there. Instead of trying for the block, or trying to swing through the block, she just saw the open space, easy point, North Catholic, and it counts as a kill, just as if you hit it hard. Great job by Allie Fesco.
And that one's out. Lots on it.
Carlynton's hanging tough here in set 3, 7-4.
Still in it. Yeah. But they made some good reads off the bounces off the ceiling. The last one was off the speaker, kept it alive. Sepsic, Jones taps it over. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous from Sydney Jones.
Yeah, the vision. She has her body turned sideways or the other way to receive that ball, but somehow she knows, has the court presence and the foresight to see that there's an opening there and can just get the ball down. Aislinn Doherty checks in to serve.
The junior. Jones. Duck. Fesco kept alive. Blocked. Trojanettes point. Katie McNally, Sydney Jones. Using their
McNally's a
great
presence.
verticals.
McNally's a presence there at the net. She's tall.
She is so tall.
Tall,
so
has
tall.
great vertical, and her timing is great. She times
if she
her blocks
reached her hands
fantastic.
from where she's at right now, straight up, way over the net. Another evidence of that right there.
I think she intimidated the person there because
I
they
think
saw
she
her
did
right
too,
there.
Yeah. What a presence. Interesting 3 there from the Cougars. Jones. Dug out. Kept alive. Nice save by Jones.
Free ball coming over.
Brought back over, but it's out. A little too much on it from Aislinn. McKenny digs it. Went back over the first try. Blocked by Jones. McNally. It came right back down her side.
Got to give Carlynton credit here, hanging in here, being down 2-0, pretty convincing wins. They're not going away, they're not giving up, they're battling all the way, and only trail 10-6 here in set 3.
Great save there by Fesco. Great block there by the Cougars. Jones, Fesco, another block. Jones pushes it, kept alive off the net, still alive. Pressed over, got over. Aislinn Jones, McNally, down!
The timing was off, but it still worked. Great reaction by McNally there to time that up, even though the timing was off, and get a nice kill. Found the open space for McNally's second kill of the night.
11 of the last 14 points to the Trojanettes. Jones. Set up nicely, but they can't get the finishing touch. Jones again. 12-6. Make it 13-6. Trojanettes.
Jones' second ace of the night, according to my unofficial stats. Nice serve.
Not a bad handle there by the backcourt of the Cougars. Jones, McNally, it's kept alive. Back over, and it doesn't get over. But there would have been nowhere to go if it went over.
I don't know if you saw that there. Sydney Jones there, the pass was tight, but she had a great job controlling her body there to be able to not only set the ball, but also to make sure she didn't go into the net. So that's another thing she does so well, is her body control near the net. If a pass is tight, she can still get a good set on it and control her body enough not to carry herself into the net, which would be a point for the other team. So, all facets of the game, she's just fun to watch.
She really has it all. That's why, as you said, she's going to play Division I volleyball in college.
But thankfully not for another 2 years, so North Catholic can enjoy her for two more years.
What a junior class the Trojanettes have right now. Yeah. Lots of depth coming up behind them. As you can see the enthusiasm on the bench. The amount of depth they have on this team is fantastic, and it's all been built up by Coach Feder over the last 3 seasons.
I think that was a good timeout by Carlynton there to try and stop the momentum before it gets too far out of hand. It is already 14-6. And Izzy Kelm, number 31, a senior, is checked in for the Trojans.
Another ace. Not enough water to put out the fire that is Sydney Jones.
She took your comment to heart personally last time when you said serving wasn't her strength. She's proving you wrong, Alex.
It really is. Aislinn Jones. Bezko, another one for the Trojanettes.
So what should, again, smart there. She's number 5 for Carlynton has been blocking her. So the last time she rolled it to the open spot, that's what's called a tool. She hit it off the block on purpose. It went out to point. It all counts the same, however you get the point.
Jones. Mark it down again. They're running away with it. 16 of the last 19 points to the Trojanettes. Jones that time. Lots of heat on it, but not quite the height. Boy, excellent streak.
3 aces there on that run.
Cougars trying to stop the bleeding. Kept alive, Jones. Fezco. Kept alive by the Cougars this time. Directed over. Almost got a pancake down there on the ground from Sienna Cause, who's checked back into the game, but it wasn't to be.
Good try by Causa, just found that donut there, almost got a piece of it.
The serve. Aislinn gets a piece of it, but it goes not where she wanted it, back towards the stands.
I'm impressed with number 5 for Carlynton. We don't
Best
have a
player.
roster, unfortunately, but she played JV as well, so she's probably a freshman or sophomore, and been impressed with her play, front row and back row. A free ball coming over.
Directed over. Cougars push it back. Jones, Fezco, kept alive. McNally with the tip. Jones, Fezco. Can it be saved? It can't. The Cougars got a piece of it, but it wasn't enough to keep it in the air long enough.
Ella Kazera, another freshman, number 28, checks in for her first varsity action.
Fezco with the serve. Kept alive. Cougars line it back. Aislinn keeps in the air. Jones. Fesco. Stopped. Can they get the final push? They do. Fesco. Jones. McNally with a tip. Kept alive. Cougars. Back over. Aislinn. Push back in. Jones. Over the head. Bat back in. Aislinn now has it. Jones. Oh, and it's just misread. There by, I believe that was is that 26? It was at 28.
28.
28. Ella Kozaria.
Yeah, freshman. Maybe a little nerves there. First varsity action. She's going to have many, many chances to swing again, and she's going to have many, many kills. So I'm not worried about that one at all. She's a very, very good player.
As quickly as the Cougars got it, as it's been, they've been accustomed to tonight, they've been giving it right back. Sepsik can't quite get over. Trojanettes still up by 8, 19-11 here in the third set. Oh, and that one straight down.
That was dangerous.
That was. No height on that one at all.
McKenny Martha checks in, number 28, a junior, for number 31, Izzy Kelm.
McKenny. Kept alive by the Cougars. The spike over and clipped the net and went down early. Just out of the reach of McKenny Martha. Will they give it right back? We'll see. Sepsik, Jones, Lynch, tic-tac-toe once again for the Trojanettes.
Great pass again. Again, you need a great pass to be able to set that middle. Great set, and Lynch just once again, like a broken record, pounds it down for another great kill. That's at least her 6th kill of the night. Really impressed with Stephanie.
We've said her
Lynch.
name a lot. We've said her name a lot tonight.
Sienna Kaza in to serve.
Sienna.
It's an ace.
Went off the body more than the hands. Sienna again. Kept alive.
Another
not
ace.
for long. Another ace for the
Sienna
Trojanettes.
Kaza's 3rd ace.
Sienna again. Cougars will get this one over, kept alive. But not for long. That was a bouncing one off the hands, I believe, Jones, and deflected over towards Sienna. Just couldn't get enough of a handle on it to maintain that possession. Off the bench for the Cougars. And just out. And that didn't miss by much either, but they'll take it. They're one away.
Once again, Sepsik was right there on the line, knew where she was, knew to let it go to get the point. Make it 24-13 set and match point for the
Aislinn
Trojans.
looking to close it out. Kept alive. 1, 2, Fesco. Gets over, Fesco, Jones, McNally, that's it!
Katie McNally kill, puts it away.
Get out the stone tablets. This one is done in history. Clean sweep by the Trojanettes. But I don't know if that was anything we were surprised by.
No, I don't think so. I think that's what we were expecting. I think North Catholic's going to be happy with the win, obviously. Any win's a good win, but it was a little sloppy there at times. There were probably more errors than the coaches wanted to see. I'm sure there were more service errors that they wanted to see. And a few swings went out, so there's definitely things they need to clean up. But again, it's the second game of the season, so you expect to see that early on in the year. So I'm not all that surprised, and North Catholic will definitely be able to clean it up.
And we're going to have a special interview here before we close off the broadcast. Stephanie Lynch. Steph, what a game. What a game you played. We called your name a lot over here, but what goes into having that, how much work you've put in to getting that kind of a kill that you have, that power that you have that gave the Cougars a heck of a time?
It takes a lot of time. We've been working the whole summer and the whole season so far. Even though it's been short, we've been working hard, working as a team. It really takes a whole team to do it. You got to get the pass, the set, and then you just got to finish it off.
As you said right there, a whole team. We talked to the Trojanettes before the season started, a couple of Trojanet players and Coach Fetter before the season started, and the emphasis of family could not have been overstated. And obviously, you could see the support on the sideline over there from the girls on the sideline. How crucial has that been to the fabric of this team?
It's so important. Every single time we get a good pass, a good set, a good kill, we're all screaming, cheering for each other. We all love each other so much. It really is truly like a family. Even this game means something, but it really means as a setup game for this weekend. You play Seton LaSalle on Thursday, and then you go and you play a tournament at Hempfield this weekend against the best team in the state, the first ranked team in the state, I should say. But so how has this game and your practices going to prepare you for the rest of this weekend? We just got to keep putting in the work. This Thursday is going to be a good game. I'm super excited for this weekend. We played today is going to be good. We got to take it to the weekend, and it's going to be fun.
Final question. Playing against teams that you know coming into the game you should beat. Are those games tougher than against the teams that you know it's going to be a tough game against?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's sometimes hard to, get good speed, good dynamic whenever the ball's not being returned as how we're used to. So it's good to slow it down, but sometimes it's more fun. It's easier to have a tougher game or our heart's more into it because we want to win more.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time,
Yeah,
Stephanie.
thank you.
Great performance tonight.
Thanks.
And that about does it for our broadcast tonight. But before we sign off, I want to talk about this Thursday game. Our next Trojan Game Day volleyball broadcast will be Tuesday, September 28th, a week from today, as the Lopes from Avonworth come to Barth and Graham Court. The Trojan Game Day show starts at 7:15 with a varsity match to follow. Right now, scheduled at 7:30. You can catch all the action right here on the North Catholic Sports Network and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And that does it for our broadcast today. For myself, Alex Brown, and my broadcast partner for this evening, Mr. Mark Fesco, who provided some excellent insight that we could not have done this broadcast without. We appreciate his time. We appreciate your time and watching and letting us into your homes tonight as we sign off here from North Catholic. This game and the stream broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the WPIAL. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the North Catholic Sports Network audience. Any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of the WPIAL is prohibited.